Hi guys. We're Untitled.
Jesus, sorry. Want to see me? I don't know why I look so orange right now.
Um, Today is our kind of filler episode. Um, we had some technical difficulties like on Tuesday.
We tried
We
filming,
really did try. Like
Tuesday,
we kept going at it, but it was just not working.
but on my hand I had to. So it's like, and I just I was super tired that day anyway. So I worked out what twice per day.
Yeah.
So I was super tired, and then even today I'm just like we had a topic, but it's all my these things just like happen to me right now. So I'm just so sad. I'm so sad. I have to get those pictures back, whatever it takes.
I
Whatever.
think there must be someone you can like go to and then they know how to do it. Like there's no way. Or even like Best Buy. Can people do that at Best Buy? I don't know.
Possibly, I don't know. But basically, my mom has a camera that was like filled with like a bunch of pictures from just like taking it, right? Like just growing up taking it, right? It was just her go-to camera. And my dumbass just wanted just a few pictures because I was just like, I know I use this camera for the time me and Amory went to New York, right? I want to recover that. So it's like I just kept clicking no, 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 no. Like delete, delete. I think delete, delete, delete. Not knowing that I thought it was just deleted from my phone, but like it still be on an SD card.
Mhm.
But I deleted from the SD card. And so I'm trying to recover it as fast as possible. But I have to, I'm going to Apple tomorrow to get like the SD card reader because I don't have anything. Like I have an SD card reader, but that's just transfer the photos to my phone. So I don't have anything for my laptop or just like my PC. So I have to buy one for the laptop tomorrow at Apple. And then that's what I'm going to try to recover it through. Like I think it was like disk drill from what I heard. But yeah. This says you need a software to like recover anything. So and I can't download any software on my laptop. And the only software is through disk drill, I believe. And so that's one that you don't have to pay for. Other ones I've seen, so it's like $69. But I'm not doing that. I mean, it's worth it, but I'm not doing that. Why not? It's only a couple pictures from just like, oh no. But I have to recover it. I have to recover it. Even if I have it on my laptop, I don't mind that. Like if it's all filled up in my laptop, I don't mind that. But I need to get it back because I'll be in big trouble. And like no one knows, but it's like the guilt will haunt me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Eat me alive. So I have to get it back.
you will. You will.
I'm so sad. This, sorry. I can just like turn back time.
I think a lot of those things happen where it's just like, damn, like why did that just happen to me in this very split second in this time of the world? Like that it I get those like frustration moments where you're just like, damn, why did that just happen? Like, and
Like, why did I just do that?
it's life.
It is life.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It's been a pain in the booty cheeks when I quit my job so badly. Hmm.
Yeah. I
So
think
badly.
like this like yesterday I also had a really tough day too, where I completely get the quitting the job thing. And like it's not also it's one of those things where I'm like, my job is actually really not that bad. It's just that like the little things have accumulated over time.
Right.
Annoyance has grown to the point where I'm like, uh, I just I can't swallow that anymore. So it's like, and I have a lot of great people who I work with, but it's just
Exactly. Like
wait.
I've never been such like stressed out from a job so badly. You know what I mean? Where
Hmm.
it's like this job made me want to like just call in literally like, yesterday too, saying that I just can't come into my I can't come into my Saturday shift. It's just like right now it's like I've been not in the headspace for it, right? Because it's like so much is going on, this and that. I'm just like, I just cannot take this. Like my job, I'm not even at work. I'm not even at work, but yet I'm still being brought up in these conversations too. Like all these things are going on. I'm like, why is like my name still in your mouth? You know what I mean? It's like, why is my name in your mouth? Like you love it so badly. Like, what is this? You know what I mean? It was just like, and it's not even like obviously done in a good way too. But it's just like my thing is like people there, right? I hope they see this too at some point as well. I hope they see this. So it's like, you know, so I don't care. I'll be done with it. By the time they see this, I'll be done with that job. Manifesting.
Right, no, for real.
but, but it's like people who are just like two-faced. Like I was telling someone yesterday, right? I was just like, I was like just basically ranting, and they were just like, I hate people who are just like two-faced like that. And this person is super two-faced. If you know, whoever's watching this, you know who I'm talking about, and you know it's you. You know you were two-faced. Like the person for my job, I know at some point. If they don't watch it, then I'll probably just send them a link. That'll be toxic, right?
That would be a little
Send them the link to this.
I can
I talk about you here,
down this
and it's
place.
like, and it's just not positive at all.
Right.
This is me saying that
They're getting mentioned really well, and it's like
it's
no.
like they're two-faced. They're just hard to work with and make the job impossible just to do. And it's like a simple task too. It's a simple thing. Like I was telling everyone else, I don't have as much responsibilities that, like, you know, like that I could be doing right. But just like even those small responsibilities, it's like the end of the world. Like this job was like it's literally the end of the world, and I just cannot be at this job anymore. You know what I mean? I just cannot be at this job. It's just like I think for me, like that right there was sort of like my, you know, like my breaking point a little bit. And it's like, why am I feeling this way? It's like, you know, I never really had like I've been stressed out like from this job plenty of times, right? But it's like this is the part where it's like where I'm just like I need to like call out the next day. But sadly I couldn't because literally the day before, that Wednesday, our manager, he went around, was like, you know, like if you're calling out, you gotta have a doctor's note. Which is I think it's stupid too.
I don't think that that's legal. Like
I hope not.
you can call out and not provide like
Document. Listen, like if I'm sick,
right?
like my thing is like if I'm sick, right? Why am I going to the doctors for this? Like I'm sick. You can hear it through my cough. It's like I don't need to go to the doctor for something that's minimal. That's my thing. I don't understand. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
if I'm going to the like, why am I going to doctors for a cold? For a
yeah.
cough? It's not major. It's not that deep enough for me to go to the hospital. Like I can just treat myself at home just by resting my body, my
Mhm.
throat, and everything. So like, they're talking. I'm gonna look stupid going to the doctors asking for a doctor's note because if I have a cough. I think I mean, it's like he pulled that one because it's like people are just also unreliable at my job too, where it's like people who call out endlessly should have been fired a long time ago. You know what I mean? Like they literally call out like they'll work 3 days, 4 days like per shift, right? And they'll call out all of them. And mind you, they're pretty important on the shift too. You know what I mean? It's like they're literally the person who's making the food, helping making the food. So it's like if you're not here, then it's like you're kind of like pulling away from everyone else's like what they're doing, you know? And it's like now they gotta like tend to that basically, right? So it's like should have been called. So it's like it makes sense that, you know, and people show up a lot too. It's like almost hour late to their shifts, you know, things like that too. So it's like it does make things frustrated. So it's like it's pretty understandable as to why, you know, like that card was like drawn basically of just like providing a doctor's note and whatnot, like all these things, which makes sense. But it's just like I just think for being sick is just what if I have a cough and I'm like, why am I going to if I'm sick to begin with, right? If I'm like uber sick, like, you know, like I'm super sick, then it's like okay, yeah, like, you know, something's not up, I need to go to the doctors. So I just have a cold and I don't want to spread that, spread that to you guys. It's like I have to literally pick my sick body up, go to the doctors just to get a doctor's note. I think right there that's pushing it. I think it's necessary for that part. I'm not gonna do it either. Fire me if they want to. I don't care.
But it seems wrong to like force that as a like
Policy. Let me see. I'm
yeah,
gonna
'cause, like I will like for example like when I've called out in the past, like I'm also one of those people who feel very weird doing it, especially if I'm
Can
not
you
sick.
see me?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
the glasses are glaring.
Oh, it's on it.
But yeah, no, like when I was sick recently, when I called out, I was like, I literally was puking at my job and didn't tell anybody until like because I was already like about to leave anyways. But yeah, no, I was like, I am actually not feeling well. But at the same time, they did not question me. So I
It's
think that's
like
one thing, even though we're like, I guess like it's one of those things where I don't think that that's necessary in
it's not
all for
necessary.
For specific people, I understand if you're like pointing them out
If
and just like,
exactly.
what's going on here, without actually saying it so they get the hint. But to like other employees who are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, like that can lead to you losing people too, because it's like, why are you like doing all this? Um, but yeah, no, I think one thing that I do know for sure is like there's a lot of great things in the horizon for us. So like it never, as much as these are things that are happening present, right? I'm trying to frame my mind to know that there's other things after this. Like
Right.
not, this is a season in like our lives that we will like recognize for such a short time of what it is compared to the rest of our life. So it's like we're gonna get through this to be able to move on to.
I keep doing that because
Move on.
it's all on my tongue.
Sorry, to move on to what we have going on
I'm
now.
just like, as you're talking, just
Yeah, I'm trying to give this motivational speech, and it's just like, low.
exactly. This is just like, we just need to pass this phase in life, and it's like I need this to phase in life to end quickly. You know what I mean? Because it's like I don't want to be here no more. It's like I just, for sure just need to like I was trying to like remember a TikTok sound or it's just like wherever you it's Esther Hicks like wherever you are it's okay just don't worry just think about your next it's like like her little voice and whatnot. Esther Hicks is. And I'm just like, instead I think about that, it's like doesn't matter where I'm at in this time of life, whether it's good or bad. And it's just like, what I want is still out there. And I just have to believe that too while I'm still in the position that I'm at right now. So it's like me feeling like this way. So I still gotta believe that what I want is still out there. But it's like I just gotta remember that too, because I don't want to distance myself from it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna like constantly like worry about this. Like my thing is I'm trying to be, stress free, I'm trying to keep the peace, like, like things like that. Cause like obviously like my job, there's plenty of instances where I can easily stir things up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can easily rebuttal them. I can easily just like, basically just go at them too, right? People who are doing me wrong, only one person, basically, right? I can easily do that. But it's like I choose not to. I choose not to. For one, because it's like it's a waste of energy. That's one thing too, right? Waste of energy, and I don't have time for that too. And that job just isn't as important to me as it is to him. It's like this is your lifestyle. I know it. We all know it. You're gonna be here. You want to move the chain. I don't want to be here. I'm fine where I'm at right now, and that's it. Like I don't want to move further up here. I thought I did, but it's like as I reflect into this, it's like I'm just like this job is not for me. People here is not for me because like mind you, it's like we're the only ones standing, right? So it's like any other branches that happen, right? Any other like companies being made, like say like downtown, right? Then it's like one of us is going to move into that position, right? So it's like say that R is going to move as his own be his own manager over there. It's like if another one opens up, then it's like okay, the next door supervisor, me, right, will be I'll have my own team over there. I don't want that. I don't want that. The way that I see my manager is like right now with people who are just like, things like that. Like, the way how he handles us. I'm just like, I can't have that at all. I can't have that at all. Mm-mm-mm. So starting May, start looking for jobs too. Do that easily. It's crazy because I was talking to my coworker, right? And she said that she was also looking for jobs too as well. The exact same time. Like literally, no, was it you? No, she told me, you told me that too. And she told me that too because I was texting. I was voice recording.
Everybody.
Literally. It's like, so I'm just like, and I was telling them things about like jobs and whatnot because it's just like, I just cannot be there at this job. It's just not for me. Also, I was thinking about like, from last night basically. It was like, I'm glad. Okay, so I was kind of worried, right? So basically, there's this other guy in the picture, right? Not really. Right. And it's like, I went to go and see him yesterday, right? This, right? Just give the context. I went to go and see him yesterday. And I was like, you know how I feel about it, because I'm just like, I felt guilty. Like if I was telling Emery, I was like, the way that I feel right now is like the way that it's like Meredith and George O'Malley, right? It's like giving the guy that you do not like a chance, right? And he has the biggest crush on you. So it's like you just, doing that, knowing that you feel guilty because it's like you're just stringing him along, you're using him basically, right? And so it's like that's how I felt in the situation I was in, right? Yesterday. And I was like, it's like there's like that one TikTok where I was telling you, I was like, it was like I don't know if you watched it or not. It was like this one TikTok where we gotta start asking guys about like what they like about us. You know what I mean? Because like it
Yeah.
could be like a whole different reason,
Mhm.
right? I don't
Yeah.
know, just like in my mind, because like ever since I've been seeing him, I'm thinking it's like, has he had like the fattest crush on me in from the beginning? I just did not know it. You know what I mean? I was like, what does he like about me? Like things like that. So I was like, I was thinking about all that. I was like, all that was going on in my head. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. You know, it's like I see him all the time. I can't do this. Like, you know, it's like usually I'll just ghost people. You know what I mean? This person I can't ghost because like I physically see them, you know? It's like I can't ghost them. So it's like that was going on in my head too. And I was just like, but that's when so that ended, right? And that's when today, like, you know, it's good because it's like no one's texted no one, right? So it's
Mhm.
like we're good. But I will see him tomorrow.
Oh.
It's like it's fine though. But like because like I think I was worried about like the aftermath and like if the conversation were to continue, then that means he probably wants more, right? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's like that's not what I want. So it's like I was hoping that either I didn't want to be the one to like ghost either, like to not text anymore. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to have that responsibility on me. It's like him doing that is even better because I won't text him. Like I won't text him. So it's like that's fine. It's like that's fine. You don't respond back to what I said last. But it's like I'm hoping that he doesn't text me at all and I won't respond. But everything's good now. My mind is at ease and I'm done being a whore. That's how it felt, lucky. I lucky felt like that. Well, it's like it's the thing where it's like I just don't know what I want, but everybody tells me I do know what I want. You know what I mean? And it's like I don't know what I want. My mind is all over the place. Like my I had like the most foggiest brain this week. And so I just did not know what I want. And I know I did not want that though. So that was good. I do want ginger bay. Mm.
That's why I say you know exactly what you want. Like, it's
What
like I think that I had
do
like a
you want?
similar, huh?
What do you want?
What do I want?
What do you
Okay,
want? What do you want?
to everyone who's okay, if y'all
All
go
of your bays, out of all of them. I don't even know which one
all of
you're.
them, I look he want brunette bay. But that may be my attachment style playing in. But regardless, I think I have to also see them a bit more like consistently for me to really have a grasp on that. I think it's really early still for me to say who I want. Personally, I don't want a maid who's for everyone. So, like, my thing is if you, like, I want you to be very into me, like, from the cut. Like, you can be friendly with people, of course, but like, front desk space be smiling a little too much to everyone.
Man,
Now,
put his ass on the collar. Get your
but
shit
right
great.
now, um, I feel like I don't know, like I'm kind of like testing the water type of thing. Like, I'm still on Hinge, but literally,
I
but
hate Hinge. Me looking at it right now.
some of the guys right now, everyone's been like upping their game on the responses, right? And so I'm like, okay, even if I'm not interested in you, like your response is very, enticing. Like I want to find out more. But I'm also like very much like I want to meet my person in real life, just in
Right. We want to meet them organically.
because I don't know. That used to be a thing. Like people used to meet in, I don't know, through friends, through outings, through like mini events. Like I remember colleges used to have events on events where people would just show up, like, or like I remember, I think you guys told me about this, like Mason threw like this thing and a lot of people came
I
to that.
remember I forgot all about that party.
Yeah. And it's
It was such a last minute decision between me and Mina.
and I think that's another thing is like, we're not like party heads like we used to be.
Right.
Every weekend we were somewhere. And
We're
like,
like, what should we do this weekend? You know what I mean?
exactly. We would like, and I would say pre-COVID, it really wasn't that hard to find things to do. Um, Especially because we couldn't get into bars or any of the things that we can now. But yeah, so it's like there was a lot of ways to meet people. And I think there still are ways to meet people. I think we just have to be a bit more inventive with it now.
Mine is at the gym. Like I think
I
about
think
Ginger
the
Bay all the
gym
time.
is a great place to really look because every like I don't know. I think I said this before, but the gym has this like tension.
I don't know. I want someone to stretch me out.
Huh?
I want someone to stretch me out.
Right. I was just like, I think we said this the other day. It's like, I just want a hug.
Literally, we just want to hug.
Want like a bare manly hug.
It's been so long. It's been so long. And I just want a good kiss too. It's so random, but I do.
Like those are things that feel really nice.
Like I want a
Right.
nice, good, like I want a nice kiss, like someone who knows how to kiss pretty good, you know? And then it's like I just want like a nice warm hug where it's like I can just like all my problems can just go away when I hug them. You know what I mean? It's just like I just feel safe and warm in their arms, you know?
Exactly.
I did not do that. It's like I just haven't had any good experiences lately at all with anything. If you know what I'm talking about.
You know, I know what you mean. And I think that
Like
like it's definitely one of those things where it's like
that's why it makes me the like, you know, like want it more, you know what I mean? Because like I haven't had it in so
you
long.
want, yeah, you want that like relieving feeling of like, damn,
Exactly. So
yeah,
it's like that's why it's like I'm going crazy for it. Or like guys who I'm not even attracted towards because it's like, you know, I'm like dick hungry.
you know. I definitely feel that right now where I'm just kind of like I want the intimacy,
I want it so badly.
but it's not like I'm it's weird because it's not necessarily the like I also want the emotion that comes with the intimacy where it's like I can look in your eyes and I can tell like you are in love with me, right? And I haven't had those eyes in so long. Like, so that
In a while, being
for
so
like I'm remembering a specific scenario where I'm like sitting in my little passenger princess moment, and it's just like that reassure like we were at a red light and he just looked at me and I looked at him and he put his hand on my thigh and I just felt reassured, like I was taken care of. Right now I'm cold. It is chilly in my house. Like with my grandma sweater. Like it's definitely it's been a while. And like
it has been a while, a very long time.
but the
Since
summer, the warmth, the sun is coming out again. So I'm hoping when
Mhm.
the sun comes
And
out,
then, according to Anne Marie,
my life.
couples that work out together stay together.
No, for real. I don't know. I think
It
like
sounds right to me.
the phrase I've heard it before of just like the people who like the couple that does this thing together stays
Stay
together.
together.
Like
Yeah, I've heard that before. But I was
yeah.
like, oh,
So that's why I just
I'm
insert
for it.
working out because
It's
I'm
like I
like
just gotta like make the move, you know. It's like at this point, it's just like you said, I know what I want, and I know I want him.
right,
I'm gonna get him
right,
because he has a crush on me too. He's just afraid to come up to me.
right. I
I'm his
think
crush too.
yeah, it starts there. It starts with like
Believing it instead
yeah,
of being afraid of.
believing that they're already yours. Like it does
Right.
seem very conceited, but I feel like that helps with the confidence to go up to that person and like actually approach them and like start whatever, right? Because it's like if you're also just going in it with the mindset of, oh, I'm just introducing myself, I'm not asking for anything, it's not like a bold, like there are dudes who I'm like I'm I'm so intrigued by how bold you are in approaching women and like saying hello and all that, right? But like you told me multiple dudes have approached you and like just introduced themselves out of the blue in the cut. And like that in itself like is a good way to start. Like I had a really good way of introducing myself and I just did it. And I guess it's also
You blew it for it there.
I did really blow it because it was literally the perfect excuse to talk to him because it wasn't necessarily about me just going cold turkey like introducing myself. It was more like, hey, like this thing is broken because it was broken, right?
Right.
Maybe somebody fixed it now. We'll check. I'll see tomorrow if it's broken still.
Well, that's true.
And I can like say
Hopefully it is.
if it is still broken because it was
Broken and
so
he's
funny.
there.
Huh?
Then broken and he's there.
Right. Hopefully the two combos there. Cause like he's like straight up my alley and what I tend to like.
I want to see how this guy looks like.
Like, but at the same time, I liked his scruff. Like I liked the
Did
because
not connect the beard?
no, his beard was connected, but it was just like, when it's like he just shaved. Well, not shaved, like he's it's been like a little. What do you mean? Oh, he's this, but I don't know which ethnicity of this.
Okay. I don't know. I have like this image in my head of like who it's like I'm just like putting together a person in my head that could be just false from what he actually looks like, but it's like it helps with the imagery, for me. It's like, okay, Emery, I
Oh,
see you.
it does help. Like all of our little names
When you
help.
say beard, that's like a bunch of guys just came into my head right now. I'm just like, oh, Emery likes her beard.
Like I like my beard on every type of man.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think it looks great on every type of dude. Um, Especially when it's like I don't really like a full long, giving Abraham Lincoln. Like more
It's kind of like,
here is fine, but if it is here, like
oh
specifically
fuck
on like
no.
black men when they have it like longer,
Mm-mm.
their hair should be a little shorter to me.
Oh, 100%. You can
Like
have long hair and then a long beard, and just like, what are you doing? Like, go cut some shit off.
there are people out there who rock it really well or do something, that it works for them.
Some guys can pull it off. Some guys can.
Yeah,
Not
but
every guy.
yeah,
But yeah.
it's
Well,
very interesting because like I wonder who at the gym is like looking at me in the way that I'm looking at other people. Like
right.
because no one's like there's been a lot of eyes, but not like a lot of like coming up. And like
Right.
I'm starting to become a little bit of a regular, right? Because like I am going every Saturday and Sunday. So it's like people are starting to pick up like, oh, so this is when I'm gonna see you type of thing. Like how I'm picking up on that for other people.
Right. Same.
So
But
I'm like, I think one thing too, like there's one trainer, right? He looks like I think he's married though, but he seems like like he seems like a nice guy. He's just very tall. Like I think he's like 6'5", 6'6", right?
oh wow.
You
I
can
need a big
tell
man
the way
too.
that he walks in there. I was like, whoa.
I need
You
a big man.
I think for sure. Like I think because of my experience with someone taller, or well, experiences with people taller, I've just appreciated it more. And like it's been a great
Like
time.
sometimes you feel like the man.
Yeah. I think it's also
I don't
because
like that.
I like when I like kind of get into like I feel like in my day-to-day life, like I'm very independent with how I act and like how I do things, right? And I think you're the same too, right? So it's
Mhm.
like I kind of want that escape-ish and just kind of be like,
Like we're dominant both women.
ah. And like it's so interesting because like a lot of like friends as well have been like when they get into these relationships, they've become these lovey-dovey type of people, right? And I always find it so like beautiful that you can just like relax, just
Same.
release that. And like,
Where's my next boyfriend, Ginger Bay? It's like I'm just the most loveliest, doveyest. Like I will be on top of you, It's like I will just because like let's face it, like, you haven't really seen me in a relationship either. I go crazy. But
you
it's
know,
just like I don't know. It's like I can. But also like that was also like me back in high school too. You know what I mean? So during that time, you always wanted to be around your boyfriend and whatnot. So I don't know how I am now. Like it could be completely different. You know what I mean? Or it's just
right.
like it could be a balance of both.
That's true.
But
I think I get obsessed. But like,
same, same.
in the
I
way
get
that
obsessed.
I'm like, I know that like I like the time spent with that person. So like for the first, I know probably like 2, 3 months, like I'm gonna be on your like
We're
the
gonna be in a honeymoon phase.
yeah. And but for me, I also like I don't want it to necessarily end. I just think that like we're gonna be living our lives together. That I think should
Right.
be
No,
like the
in the
consistent.
beginning for me, no, because I just remember because it's like I get like so like I like someone, right? And it's like I get like basically you said like obsessed, right? Where it's just like all my emotions are just coming at once, It's like I'm feeling all these things, like all these butterflies in my stomach, just like I love you, whatnot. It was like for me with my ex, it was this one time where it was just like we were just like fresh into a relationship or whatever. And I was like, I love you. You're so right. Also, at the time, I didn't love him. You know what I mean? And it's like thinking back to it, it's just like I just felt like I just had to say because it's like I was I was just like, like, give me, it's like I just want him so badly. And it's like obviously like not want him so badly in the sense it's like I already had him, right? But it was just like I just want you with me like every day. It's like my own little personal teddy bear, Like you just like want to just like have everywhere, you know what I mean? But that's how it was with me when it's like I was like, I love you. He didn't say it back, obviously, you know what I mean? Because it's like crazy if we did. But like I said that, and I was like, no, just joking.
Right.
I think I was on a school bus on the phone with him, or he was next to me. So I think it was like coming from like a game or whatever, and I said, I love you. I didn't mean it, obviously. So I said it again afterwards when it's like I felt like, like that
Right.
emotion. But it's like that teenager love, obviously, that not mature love. It was just like when I felt some type of emotion, it was like it was becoming deeper. It's just like if you break my heart, you're breaking my heart. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it's definitely gonna be interesting seeing us in these relationships. Cause like I think it's been a while that like I've seen either of us in like deep love for someone. I feel like we've liked people, but we haven't like
Yeah,
loved.
we've had infatuations here and there. I thought I liked people when I didn't really like them. I liked the thought of them,
Right.
but I didn't like them at all. I was like, yeah, I don't really like it because I know nothing about you either. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I start liking them when I don't know nothing about them. So that's why I'm like I'm simping on Ginger Bay. Like I don't like him, I'm
Right.
simping on him too. You know what I mean? I know
Yeah.
nothing other than
Yeah.
that he works out as a tattoo on his arm and he's ginger.
Okay. That's painting a picture for me. But
He also has a beard too. Beard too,
oh
tattoo on his right thigh. I want to say some chunky thighs, but like a nice chunky. It's not like that weird chunky.
yeah. It's like I feel like a lot of gym rats have a thigh tat.
Exactly. I thought I even saw him today too. Because there's like this one guy who had he was like doing some type of bench press. And I thought I saw him just like, oh, is this Ginger Bay? And just like, I was like waiting for him to come like lift up. I was like, you fucking fool. Don't fool me ever again. He also had like a thigh tat on his right thigh as well. And I was like, dang it. But see, this is when you were just like, I'm just like, oh, what's just going on in my head, right? All at once. There's this other guy at the gym too. I mean, he's also pretty cute too, but it's like even this workout too, you can for sure feel the tension with it was so much tension between us. It's just me because it's like I'm just like all over the place when it comes to guys. You know what I mean? It's like I still know I still want ginger babe, but it's like, right now I'm having fun, I'm still having fun with all these other guys too. Who looks at me, if they're looking at me and I think you're attractive too. It's like all of a sudden look back. So it's like I'm at the gym and he's just like looking, mind you, he's been there plenty of times, right? I've seen him plenty of times, and it's like always he would always be there with like a girl, right? I'm just like, oh, that's a girl, whatever, like even when I walked in today, I was just, oh, that's your girl, in my head, I said that, right? But it's like they were just there together as a group because even when he was still working out, and then two people, like it was like four of them, right? I guess like they're all four friends, but like two people left first, right? That's when the girl left, and then that's when I guess like I left before he left. So it's like I guess he stood stay there. And I think like if that was his girl, then he probably would have left together. But they didn't. So it's like that's not his girl. It's probably just working out as friends, right? But so I'm literally just doing my workouts. I think it was like the very first time I was like I kind of like caught him staring at me, right? I was excited like when I'm doing my like RDLs, right? I'm like posted by the window, the mirrors, right? Because I can kind of like see my form a little bit, right? And so it's like if I'm like, and like I kind of like use the mirror as like a stopping point where it's like my booty touches it. That means like I'm at the length that I need to like position I need to be at, right?
Mhm.
So you use it as like sort of like a little support, right? So it's like he's working out on his arms in his corner, whatever. Yeah, he was doing like shoulder work. I remember him doing next to it. He was with his friend at this time. I remember I was doing that and I lift up, right? And he's looking at me. I'm like, boy, look at this fat juicy booty. You're looking at this booty, huh? He was like, what else you looking at? I'm bending down. You not seeing my face? You looking at my ass. So I was just like, oh, so you're looking at me now, huh? So we could play that game. And so the entire time I was just working out, I just kept seeing him. Like I just kept looking at him. He just kept looking at me too, right? And I knew we were looking at each other because it's like it was barely anyone there too, right? And we're just like making eye contact. Even if it was like through the mirror too, like I would look at him and he would look at me. It was funny. It was hilarious. So it's like I'm over here just doing Yeah, I remember like when I would like even when like so like when I was still doing my like my little booty workout, right? Like he went to go and like actually do something like some shoulder workouts, I guess, on the bench, right? But like I have to put the weights back, right? So I'm putting the weights back and I'm like walking, like I'm walking over there, and obviously we make eye contact too. Like this guy's looking at me through the mirror, because like I'm looking at him too. So I'm like walking, put my stuff away, and I just like walk away and whatnot, right? I go over there because I have to use it for some split squats, right? And so that's when it's like, like I'm facing this way, right? So because he's on this side of me, right? I'm facing this way. So booty's all out on him. You know what I mean? His booty's all out. So it's like he's looking at the booty. So it's like I'm facing this way, but I can still see him because look, the mirror's facing the entire gym, right? And so and so that's when it's like I'm just like when I'm like doing my split work and I come out, it's like I just see him because he's just doing some he's like this. Some I don't want to say it's a wrist workout, but I know it's working some type of muscle. I'm gonna say your bicep or whatever, like bicep curls, whatever, or like just working on your forearm, right? But we're just like looking at each other the entire time. That's when it's like also like he leaves, right? So he leaves, and then he just like I don't know if he left or not, whatever, but I know he just leaves that section, right? That's what I'm over there because I'm about to like I want to work on like the glute extensions, but this girl was doing like 50. I was like, Jesus, come on, man, hurry up. Hurry the fuck up. Like, you've been here this entire time. You know what I mean? And so I also don't want to like bother her on her workout, but I'm just like, my entire time, even when I was doing my entire ab workout, she was there. I'm like, what, you pushing 100? Come on. You gotta have a set that you're doing. And so I'm just like, oh my. It's like, she's busy. So like, I took a new bag, right? I usually bring my backpack. But I didn't bring my lock. I didn't have my lock on me for my locker. That's one thing. I was just like, ooh, can't get robbed today. But it was like barely any girls showed up. So it was like, I was fine about that too. I wasn't as busy. I was just like, ooh, mm-mm. So I didn't have my other like little, the little ankle thingy for the kickbacks that you would use. I have one of that, but it's like I didn't bring that too. And I usually start my workouts with that too. So I was like, okay, to like replace that workout, I'll just do like the hyper, like the little gluten section. But she was on it, so I was like, okay. But even in that section, guess who was there stretching out? It was homeboy. He was right there, and it was like, he was sitting down. It's like, I'm telling you, stretching someone out is sexy as hell. Like stretching out in general, just something sexy as well, right? So I'm over there like doing my little my core workout too, and I'm just like looking in the corner of my eye, and he's over here just like like stretching out like that. I was like, I had like the 30 thoughts running in my head. I was like, oh, okay, let me turn around now. Stretching out just like this. He was just like in a little frog position, just like that, stretching out like his little muscle right there. He just like, I was like, and so and so like I'm over there doing my little workout. When I was on the floor, I could see him looking at me because it's like I'm like right, like we're literally that close. Like someone was in between us, right? But so it was like me, someone, and then him, right? But that person left, so it was just like me and him with like a big ass gap in between. I'm just like, so I scoot a little closer. That means I'm just like scooting. Someone else was on my right side too. I don't want to be close to you. You know what I mean? I want to be close to him, right? I'm just like, I just scoot around just like that, just like we go around, and then yeah, and that was it. And that's when I had to leave. I'm just like podcast for one, and I'm just like I'm just too tired. I don't like working. I don't like doing 12 to 30 on like days anymore. Too tired for that. So I'm gonna do it tomorrow instead. But yeah. And so that was it with that guy. I'm just like, get out of your head. You want ginger base. Stop looking at other guys. You know what I mean? It was like these days where it's like these guys who like, mind you, from when I had like a major transformation, like I had makeup on. I went to work with makeup on. Like I had my makeup on, right? Obviously my hair is different too, because I don't have the wig on, right? So it's like people were looking at me. I'm just like, you've never looked at me before. I mean, so it's like you give me this eyeball now, like even other guys too. And it's like, now looking at me, I know y'all want me. I know y'all want me right now. It's okay. It's okay. I know y'all want me. Like even like when I was walking in, the I had like a thought in my head too. I was walking into the gym, like this one girl, she was like, "You are very beautiful," and I was like, "Thank you." So that whole thing was like, do I say you too? But it's like it always feels like it's ingenuine. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's not like I'm just like I could say you too back, but I'm just like then it's just gonna come off like I'm just saying it because you said it. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's like a nice thing to say, but I'm just like I don't want to say just because you called me beautiful in a way, right?
Right.
I'm just like, I mean, she is beautiful. But I don't want to say just because you said it. You know what I mean? But I was like, she had my ID in it because like whenever I give her like when I'm trying to get in, when I'm doing my hip thrust, right, I have to like give her ID whenever it creates something in, right? So like so they can get their material back. And so I'm pretty sure they probably try to look for me up on something, on something. But it's like obviously my names are not like on my Instagram or whatever. You know what I mean? Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, they will find me. But that's too far for looking at me on Facebook. You know what I mean? Because like there's no reason for my because my ID was like when I was coming up, like literally going to her, my ID was like in her hand already. But mind you, she didn't see me. Like it wasn't like she like because usually they'll put it like in a little spot, right? And like they're just like like pick it up or whatever. You took me out of your deep. But it's like as I'm going there, because she was on a call, and my ID was like hanging in her hand already. I'm just like, you looking me up or something? You looking me up? I mean, you're not gonna find me. What's like you looking at me up? But yeah, that was my experience at the gym today. Where I'm just like, I don't know. None of my usuals were there though, so it's a little sad. I mean, I did receive attention, but it's not from people I wanted. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotta stay loyal to Ginger Bay.
And tomorrow, what are you doing tomorrow to change up everything?
Tomorrow, I don't know if I'm gonna walk in with my hat or not.
What? What you mean you don't know?
Because the only reason why I walk in with my hat, if my hair was done, they would be seeing my face.
What about this hairstyle?
I could I could probably go in with this hairstyle. It's just the back here is undone. So it's like
So it's just this for show.
it's just to show that I have inches on my head. But like
Inches.
I could actually fix it and like make it look good in the back. So technically I could go in with this hairstyle. But yeah, like when my hair gets done pretty soon, because I'm gonna do it soon, they will be eating it up. But
They're
I'm
gonna become a
like,
munch. They're gonna become a munch for you, Amory.
no, for real. Because I'm like, right now, I'm slept on because I don't look like I'm like, but the thing is, the one dude that spoke to me the other time, I looked at myself in the mirror right after he'd said that little comment or whatever, or a little flirtatious whatever, right?
Right.
I looked like a teenage girl. Like I looked very young and just prepubescent. Like nothing was giving woman about me. So I was like predator, but at the same time, I'm like you can approach me whenever, but I think for sure it helps a little bit when you do have like something on. And so like now I might start to just, concealer a little bit and like do something tiny because I don't want to go in there like fully done up.
Or tiny could be the hat thing.
Yeah, tiny thing is definitely like making more eye contact with people.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you don't need to like make like they're gonna find you regardless. It's like you're actually gonna meet with someone who's already staring at you. It's just like you just gotta see it. You know what I mean? Like you're probably just ignoring all of it. They're probably all looking at you, but your head's down and you're like, your hat's on. So it's like you can't see them looking at you.
Like especially when I was in the mirror room in our gym, right? It has like mirrors all around, right? Other than this like small gaps in between, where you can see people walking by, right? And then you
right
like kind of out into the gym. But when people were walking by, obviously like there was this one girl I looked up and I saw her and I was like, hi, like, and we made eye contact because I was looking at the mirror, so it bounced back at her, like to see her walking into the locker rooms. So I was just like, hey girl. But I think for sure tomorrow I'll make an effort to like say hi. Cause like another thing for me is like I'll be like, hi, and then like no one can hear that, obviously.
it's like me at the club.
In my head, I'm like, I just said hi, like I did it, like it's fine. Right. But like it wasn't noticeable enough for someone to actually respond to that. And I realize I do it a lot where I'm like, oh, I did say something. But it's like, no, that person probably just didn't hear you. So
right.
No one thought like, and I think I did it. I don't know if it was like when I was in class or something, but one of the guys that I sat next to he sits next to me in class, right? And I said hi, and he was like, huh? What did you say? And I was like, oh, you heard me. I didn't think you knew.
Hi.
So I have to do an audible, hey, hi.
You sound like the audio. It's like,
How you doing? Hi. How you doing? How
But
you doing?
yes, it's like whenever you talk about like your little your gym thing, I'm just like, because like since I go to the gym like during the week, right? And it's like for you the weekend, I'm just like, it's like that's when yours begin. I'm just like, oh, it's kind of like it's like refreshing where it's like it's Amory's turn and my turn and Amory's turn. It's just like, it's kind of like a little weird cycle, but it's like I always forget. I'm just like, oh, she's at the gym right now because it's like I'm working right now, so it's like this feels like my week starts on the weekend because like that's when I work the most. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just like I forget that's just the weekend because it's like obviously you're going to the gym. You know what I mean? I'm going to the gym tomorrow, but I won't see Ginger Bay unless he comes a little bit later. If he comes a little bit later, then I'll see him. But I won't see him because he comes early, like around freaking. He comes between like I'm pretty sure between the time of I'm gonna say 11 the earliest, and then leaves like around 2 something. So, but if I'm at work from 8:30 to 2, I won't see him. But on Tuesdays, I have to make an effort to like wake up early so I can see him. I know he works out on Tuesdays. I have to get there literally like around 11 something.
Okay.
I want to see him so badly. So I can just say hi.
Me with Brunette Bay. It's so funny because we started that off with like the roster of like who I'm most like wanting to see. And
Right.
because like light skin bay, I know I'd have to get there later. But the thing is like the window is like really large of like when light skin bay comes in and when everybody else comes in, which is like
Right.
the early morning when the classes are going, right? So it's like if I want to see light skin bay, I can get there whenever I really want to get there in the morning. But if I want to see everybody else, gotta get there like snappy.
Right.
So it's like it depends tomorrow because I know Brunette Bay, if I wake up early on Sunday, he's gonna be there. So I'm like, I need to get there early. And then the guy at the front desk, it's whenever he's on shift. So don't know. And so far he's been there. But I think another thing I realized is like some of the guys who work out work at the gym. Like
100% too.
and like I realized that because I was like, I wonder if I've seen what's front desk bay, but just like in the gym. But I miss Brunette Bay because
Hey,
like
I miss Ginger
when
Bay.
when I was like not, he saw me in my
I was
list.
even
Good.
I was even writing it down. Like I was like, Ginger Bay will like me back. Ginger Bay likes me back. I blah blah. Because I just caught myself writing that. You know what I mean? Because I was like doing work at the internship, so I caught myself writing that, and it's gonna happen. I know he likes me back.
Like it'll be so funny watching these back at some point and being like,
Exactly. I'm just like, I'm talking about you there. You're Ginger Bay. But it's like I really want to because I'm just like I was thinking about the whole like berries run thing too. Like I signed up for a class for next week as well, right? Next week Wednesday. I try to like create a schedule around it, where I can incorporate that. So I have 3 classes that I can sign up for, but I signed up for on Wednesday, right? Usually I'll go to Wednesday. I'll go to work. I'll work out afterwards. I'm just like, I'll just do that instead. I'll just do that and then like I'll just finish my workout throughout the week, right? So it's like my workout's gonna be upper body, lower body, upper body, and then hit in the middle. So that Tuesday, then break right after. I know I'm gonna need to break after like the run and lift one. So that's gonna be my little break time. And then I go back Friday, Saturday to complete like my upper bodies and stuff. So and I have Sunday to rest off as well.
Yeah.
In the week. But I just know I'm just like I just need to see Ginger Bay. I'm so excited. It's excited to like go to the gym now. It's like, like I know what I want now after just like going through all this.
Yeah.
Going through all this turmoil and just like, like this heartache. I'm getting the heartaches. I'm just like, I don't know, I just want to work out. Ever since you said that couples who work out together stay together, it's been embedded in my head. And so I want to bring him to that because I can bring a guest, I believe. And so I'm gonna bring him to that. And I think maybe he'll like because we both work out. It's like, come on, work out with me, stretch me out. It's very intimate.
She said stretch me out. But no,
Even Summer Walker said she said it too.
Oh, she did say it.
Stretch you out.
Exactly.
I was like, I'm gonna stretch you out with a boogie. I believe it's a boogie.
I remember that song.
Also, it's a good ass song. So it's like I think it's called "Stretch You Out," and so it's like we can be there towards the end of the workout, like this workout where it's like you put your I'm not gonna show my foot, but you put your like your leg over, and it's like he can just, push my leg down. Help me like, stretch it out further. But yeah, oh my gosh.
I think it's one of those things that like it's weird and exciting because I'm like, I just want to get to know you. Like, what are you like outside of here?
Right.
Like, what's your personality like outside of here? Um, like Brunepe, I know kind of keeps to himself, and he doesn't come with no one. Neither does Light Skin Bay.
Exactly. That's the thing. I was about to say that too. Like they can't have girlfriends either. They probably have someone on their eye, maybe, possibly. I mean,
Yeah.
I know I'm the only one on Ginger Bay's eye, right? But like, otherwise the girlfriends would have been working out with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
I feel like it, maybe, but maybe like some people don't work out. Like
But I feel like even let's say you can also go to the gym together but do different things, like separate, But then like what I've seen is most of the couples leave together. Like all of them.
Exactly. They'll leave together. Like they'll do their own thing, but that's when they like like rejoin
Yeah,
up.
or like they'll end their workout together, or like, oh, whatever you're doing, like let's stretch together before we leave, blah blah blah, that type of thing.
That's
So
me my thing on Tuesdays with Ginger Bay. When I see him, I'm gonna start stretching out together and working out. No, I think I'm even working out on upper body anyways on Tuesdays anyway. So if he's doing the same thing too, then that's perfect for us. And it's I don't see anybody that would interrupt anything. You know what I mean? Like Jay comes later on throughout the day because he has class in the morning. So I won't be interrupted either. We'll just be me and him alone in that big old gym by ourselves. Not really. But yeah.
I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like, I
just want to fall. I'm
really intrigued by
Did this light just change colors or just me?
I think it did. It looks like it's a little warmer now.
It's coming back though, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But it gives me a weird like giddy feeling. Like I'm like, I wanna see you guys again. Like I always catch myself texting you being like, I'm excited for this weekend. And it's so funny because it's not like I'm going to the club or anything. It's like I'm literally going to a place where I sweat and then I go home. But it's like I could sweat in a different type of way. But
I'm kidding.
But
Yeah.
Ice Cream Bay is definitely top just because of like our initial interaction from the jump.
All right.
Like, and what another thing that I realized, I was like, it's not just me who finds you attractive, Like I'm sure there's a lot of other like gym girls who go there. Like,
oh, they don't exist to him.
That was the thing where I was like, I don't look like a gym girl. Like, at least the first day I got in there, I don't look like a gym girl. Right. But it was so funny because where he was sitting at is like the exit when he was doing a different workout, right? Is the exit where like I was coming out of. So like where he was coming out, where I was coming out of and where he was doing his workout, I was like, coincidence? I think not. Like
no.
You're there because
I know you're following me. And I am too. But
my thing is also like he just looks good with any haircut. Like I could tell his face is enough. But then those are the type of dudes who can ruin you, Because it's like
true.
Any haircut, you could be any man.
Basically, that's like me. Like I could have this, my 28.
Also, he kind of gives me sensitive soul vibes for some reason. Like someone who just like he doesn't look like there are specific. I'm not going to stereotype light-skinned guys, but
mine doesn't look. Mine gives me like jackass kind of.
Oh, kind of like that, but
I don't know. I don't like someone being mean to me.
I don't like. I think jackass can also be like people who like negging is bad. I don't think that like that type of jackass, but like more so of like it's a very equal like you can say something to him, he says something back, but it's not like mean. It's like witty, like a bounce back.
Like that. Like he doesn't give me that vibe. He gives me more of just like easily annoyed kind of vibe, it's just like, but it's like that's what he looks like, but he could be the opposite. He could be
Yeah, that's the thing is like
warming, all these things, like, but that's what he gives me a little bit because he has like a very strong RBF. That's the reason why too.
like he gives like straight
He's-
smiles.
no, I have not seen this guy smile. That's the reason why. But
So that's also in his defense, like I don't really smell that much at the gym, so
I do. You don't look at yourself in the I'd be like, or it's like I'll like read a message from you or like someone and I'll just start laughing. You know what I mean? So it's like people think I'm texting my boyfriend, but I'm not. I'm texting you guys.
that's
Like,
so
I do it on purpose. I'm like this.
I
I'm
need to
like that.
start doing that because people think I'm like mad. Unless like I see a text from you, it's like, oh, you're at the gym or something, and I'll smile, right? But it's so interesting to me because I'm like, I wonder what these people think. Not in like a I care what they think, but more of just like, what is your image or perspective of me?
Exactly. Like how are you perceiving me right now?
Right.
But it's like that's what I do. Like I'll like when we were texting about something. I remember this one time we were texting about something. It was on a Saturday too. The Saturday that we went out. That Saturday we went out. I forgot we were texting. We were texting about something. And I was just like there because I think Ginger Bay was there too. Ginger Bay was there. And because this one I came early too. And this is when I figured out he goes to the gym on Saturdays, but I can't go to the gym because I work on Saturdays and then sad. But but this is when I was just like, we were texting about something. I don't know what we were texting about. We were texting about something and I was cracking up by the like conversation. So I was just like, just like, popping the dimples a little bit. I'm just like, you know, that's what I was doing. So he can like see me and it's like become jealous, And it's like, who's just texting? Probably in his head. But that's what I was hoping to get out of, Make him feel a little bit jealous. Like, who's just texting? Who's making her smile like that? You know what I mean? Like, what's she doing on her phone? That's what I hope to do. Get these guys on their toes, Like you gotta like, apply a little bit of pressure, You gotta put a little pressure on them because it's like you're not the only one in this world, baby boo. It's like endless people out
Right.
there. You might do
Exactly.
something. I'm guessing he's just shy. Ginger Bay's just shy.
Yeah. I think
That's
I think that that's another thing is like a lot of girls also don't want to be approached at the gym, like purposefully, because obviously they're there for a reason. And like I have those moments too where I'm like, right now would not be the moment to come up to me?
right.
Like most of them probably thinking about something random, right? And then it's like you cut off this dialogue in my head. Why are you here? Why are you here?
Right.
So
And so
it's
sometimes like when I'm in the gym, like I don't want to like take my earphones out,
right. I'm like, you just cut the flow of what is happening here.
Exactly. Like I'm in like my zone right now. Like when Thingy came up to me when I was doing my split squats, I'm just like, what? And that was my hip thrust. I'm like,
The most awkward timing.
I'm just like thrusting right now in the air, and you're just like, you just come. Lord. I'm just like, yo, why did you wait till I'm over? You know what I mean? Why can't you just wait till I'm done? But I haven't seen him in a very long time. I haven't seen him since Monday.
Yeah.
I'm avoiding him. Good. Not
Avoided.
that I want him, but it's like, just good, Yeah, keep people on their toes a little bit,
I in my head right now, the one like what's it called? Taylor Swift song. It's like you belong with me. It's floating in my head for
Have you
all.
ever not? Have you ever thought just baby? I don't know what it is, but let's see.
Yeah. Oh, another thing is I've been listening to
You're on the phone with your girlfriend. She's upset. She's going off about something that you said because she doesn't get your humor like I do. I'm in the room. It's a typical Tuesday night. I'm listening to kind of music
lyrics stuff.
she doesn't like, and she'll never know your story like I do. But she wears short skirts, I wear t-shirts. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find looking for has been here the whole time. If you can see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, so why can't you see? You belong with me. You belong with me.
Yeah. It's so funny because like of course I crave Brunette Bay because I haven't seen him in a while. But light skin bae, I feel like there's this tension. I need to cut it and find out what that's about. What is that about?
Exactly. Like the same thing with like me and Brunette Bay, me and this random guy today. I'm gonna call him. What should I call him today?
What physical feature can you use?
I don't know. There's nothing more. I guess like thick thigh, thick calves.
Thick thighs,
thick,
thick
thick
thighs.
calves. Because like his face is very much slim. His body's it's like it's a little chunky at the bottom. Like
Oh,
yes, it's not like it's chunky, but like chunky as in muscular,
oh,
like that. But it's like you wouldn't like assume that that's what his legs look like. You'd think because of his upper body that he's just skinny all around, but he has some muscle on his legs. But I'll just call him thigh. I mean, calf boy, calf
calf,
bay,
calf bay, calf bay,
calf boy,
calf
yeah,
boy. That's weird.
calf bay. I'll call him calf
Calf
bay.
bay. Yeah.
But calf bay is just he's in my mind right now because it's like he's playing games, whatever. It's like I don't want you, like universe. You're bringing up all these men in my life, and I don't want that. You're testing me right now. You're testing me, and I'm not gonna fall for it. I fell for it the last time, but for it yesterday, I'm not gonna fall for it this time at all. I know what I want. I'm going for it. I'm going for it right now. Stop distracting me.
You know, I just want to see light skin space tattoos again because those are just gorgeous.
Maybe he has more on his body that only you know.
He looks like the type that would. That's another thing. Like,
You did too.
well, one of mine is it's in a nice spot, and then my other one,
On a vagina. Just kidding.
don't tell people that,
Yeah.
but but I low key want like a
Vagina
like
tattoo?
no, not vagina. I feel like that would hurt so much. Probably like one above the butt, like a ass tat, but not like an ass.
Ooh, like a tramp stamp?
Yeah, but like kind of to the left, so it's like near a cheek,
Oh, you see.
right?
Smack that booty. But I was thinking about tattoos because it's like the person I was talking to was talking about tattoos. I'm just like, yeah, I just want to cover this all up. I just want to get the snakes right here, get the little scissors right there, finish this at some point, or just find someone to like do something else. I'm gonna
Yeah.
get tatted. You going to the tattoo? I'm not really a fan of this one. Got it because I just got it, but it's cute at the same time. It's like it's very incomplete. I don't like
Like
that.
something that like kind of
Like either just like add more to like make it like like extend it basically, but it just looks awkward. And it's like a little patch right here. But I'm just lazy to get it done.
I feel like we always get a tattoo when we're in New York. So it's
Well,
like
you do.
I do, but I want to get another. I want to
Overpriced
get
is crazy.
yeah, they are overpriced as heck. But like compared to the well, our friend Mina gets a lot of tattoos, but hers like as a collection is worth so
Probably
much.
like, oh, 100%. Probably like
Like
around
it's crazy, but also
undertake.
I think VA tattoo artists do also similar like high pricing as well. Because the one dude that we like, if I wanted anything bigger, like, it's like,
You have to for sure do research on who you want to do that.
yeah, like, and
That's why
also like save up for it too.
exactly. That's why I haven't done mine yet at all. Cause I'm just like, I want to make sure that whoever I do, it's like, it's good. Like not saying
Right.
this person's not good, but it's like, could have been a little bit better, to be honest. No shade, whatever. But yeah, I just want to like, just do more things. It's like for sure stay with because it's like that's expensive. But I do want to get finger tattoos. So it's like my friend Jasmine, right? She has a tattoo. It's like she got it done at the mall. And it was like for $50 too. So I was like, I can get something small, like behind my ear, whatever. Just like I don't know my chest, not my chest, I don't know my chest. But like a finger tattoo or something like that too. I'm just like $50 is not bad because she got like 3 parts on her hand. I'm like, I could do that. I could do that for sure.
We need a best friend tattoo too.
Yes.
I feel like
Like
a little heart or like have you seen the candied hearts? I'm gonna find it maybe after this. But it's like sweethearts, like those little
oh,
like
so like this has like something on it,
yeah,
note on it, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be cute, and
Oh,
we can.
sorry. All I
Huh?
did was just this.
Oh, wow.
It's like it's not giving a lot, but it's giving a lot.
Yeah, but I'm really excited about just future plans. I'm excited about my birthday.
Her birthday's coming up. I was going to say that too. Woo!
And like hopefully we can vlog that because I feel like whenever we go to New York, it's always a little bit crazy.
It is. Oh my gosh,
Like
I like those
I'm just
videos.
like things happening to us, aka me.
Exactly. AK
But
her. Let me see if I
yeah,
can
because
find
I
this
be having
video.
some weird luck there. Um, but then also just like stories. We have really great. We should definitely do more stories about when we've been to New York. Um,
Oh yeah, our New York stories. This is
yeah,
crazy. Remember, like even the one at the LeBain, that was a whole
yeah,
story in itself. That was a crazy one as well.
that was a very crazy one. And like we have literal active like videos from when we were in the club
Do
waiting
we?
the line for the bathroom, which was like the most crowded line I've seen for a bathroom. But it was worth it. The bathroom in there are gorgeous. Like you see a view from the bathroom. I was like, I've never experienced this at a club bathroom. Other than like in I don't know if all clubs do this, like the service ladies that are in the club, but like it was just a different experience.
It really was. I'm trying
It
to
was
find the freaking
a whole
video.
experience.
I
But
know I have it somewhere. No, or like our go-to.
Maru.
Oh, that's your mouth.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm like
that's me
straight
feeding
up
you.
in my wait, where is that from?
Oh, Pocha.
Oh yeah.
This is for my birthday. This is the birthday one. I
That's a birthday one?
think I was probably feeding you a mushroom or something.
Yeah. Oh my God. We got very tipsy in there. But like we had a great experience from the very first time we went there to like every time we've been there. And like I think that was the first time we got food in there. Because you
Yeah, the
what was it? It
the
was
spicy noodles or something like that.
yeah, but it had like bacon. I think was it bacon?
No, I had
But
an egg in it, I believe.
yeah, but it was really good. Oh my God.
I should have asked for no. I'm gonna get it next time, but I just shouldn't just ask for it. Even the very first time we went to freaking Mardor, we were getting the green tea shots, like all the free drinks. The girls from over there too, and it's like their free drinks, and we were
Oh
just
yeah.
like the minute you stand up, right, from being like like from being like sitting down for a very long time. I remember when everyone's going to the bathroom, I stood up. I was just like, oh fuck, man. I was like, I'm going crazy. And I was just like, we need to get out right now. Like, this is the perfect time to go up, like get out right now and go to fucking Maru right now. Let's go to Maru. But we remember the first time we were trying to go to Maru, couldn't because someone didn't have strapless
Didn't have
shoes.
the right shoes on. Which I don't really understand the policy, to be
It's
honest.
okay. Oh, this is it, I believe.
But like, um, I'm really excited because I'm like, I have specific outfits that I want to do. Um, oh my gosh, is that when the random man was talking to me? Oh my God. Why was I was probably out of it
It
to
was
be
a crazy night because like even after like you didn't even like realize, but it's like across moving across the street, like this guy was literally touching himself. You know what I mean? Like after that whole thing. You know what I mean?
gosh. I remember there was like we were taking pictures, which is fun. Oh my gosh, we need to do that again. Because we were walking everywhere.
I'm just looking back and I'm just like, what's going on?
No, for real. There's a lot of moments in like especially at night in New York where it's just like this is weird.
We'll play it again. Even like going on, this is this is the second time. I think this was in June 10th, or whatever. But our second time going there, it was a little chaotic that day. Like even the day before, when Amory left me at a station that I was very unfamiliar with, we
I
started off with
know.
that one,
I
and that's when
apologize.
we were almost 2 or 3 minutes late to our
Yeah,
bus.
no. It was
And
like
thank God there was another one right after. So
and like that guy was really nice because he really could have just been like, you missed it type of thing.
right.
Like he was like, just this one time. But and then like my card was just a huge mess.
Oh
I
yeah, her
my
car
mom
didn't
my
work because
bank. get money out of a random ATM, wanted to cry, but then I was like, we're gonna go out tonight, so it won't even matter.
Right.
It was like never again pressing anything, even if it's fraudulent charge. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till I get home to
You guys
deal.
want to steal my money right now? I'm not touching it at all. You know what I mean?
Right. I'm like, even if someone stole it, we can wait. We can wait.
Right. We
It's
should wait.
like it's also the fact that you can't use anything until like you're
Right.
like you literally don't have any money until like you get your card back, like a new card in. So I'm like,
Yeah, it was crazy.
never again.
We were walking around, so we went to like the little China place town for like the thrift store, and that was
And we,
so.
but it
And
was
then
like a
walking, and then my feet was
spot.
hurting too. Like
Yeah.
my feet was hurting because like the shoes that I was wearing, I was supposed to be wearing all day. I was supposed to be wearing just there because even getting to the hotel was a hassle because like we got there, checked into the wrong hotel that they
Yeah.
gave us. I'm just like, is this place a scam? Because it's like I know I paid for a view, and I'm seeing the back of a brick wall. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, I was just like, I should have took my shower. I want to take my shower at least, like freshen up. Because mind you, it's like we just literally woke up, took a shower, and I'm just like, honestly, feel like dirty and disgusting, right? And so I'm just like, I just want to like
Yeah.
freshen up before we step out again, right? Because like the mission was to find a dress, right, or like some type of clothing item for New York, right? Because I'm just like, I didn't have enough time to like pack one, and that failed, and I just like wore what I had to take pictures in, right? Because I brought outfits solely for taking pictures, and then I'll just wear this, you know what I mean? And even that day too, it's like that night as well. It's like it was crazy as well because like we took the pictures, right? We took the pictures in the clothing, I believe, right?
Yeah, we did.
And then we had to like meet up with your dad, and
Oh yeah,
that's
no,
your
that
dad
was
was just like
chaos.
it was just like freaking adventure hunt. Just like it's like
Yeah.
he was here, then he was in a car in a cab. We were just
And
like
we,
right
yeah,
there.
we finally catch up to him in a cab, and the cab driver's like literally like hovering, like he needs to leave. And so I'm literally just being like, bye, hug, and he's like darting off, like down
Right.
off, right?
It was a very
And he thought we were gonna come with him to like drop him off, but like I just thought we were gonna see him and then like
right.
bye, like an actual goodbye, but it was like pretty fast. So at that point, we are like, we just have to get back to our room because like if
Right,
we
because we were going out that
it was
night.
getting so late. It was starting to
Exactly. It was like around 10 something, I believe.
yeah. And so like when we
I took
because
the pictures.
the good thing about New York though is like things don't close till like 4 in the morning.
Right, which is
So you
good.
have plenty of time out, but like getting ready is a whole process and like it just delayed our night a little bit. But
You could see us getting ready.
oh, that's so cute.
We were in a hotel. It was a really nice hotel and for cheap too.
Yeah.
Really cheap.
Yeah, no,
It was like smack dab in my hand as well. You know what I mean?
yeah, no,
I
I
remember,
want to go back there.
or even like when we first went to New York, like randomly, right? Not for your
Mhm.
birthday, second time, like the next year, whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It was like when we met the guy as well. We were just like
Oh,
walking from Mission.
yeah.
It was from no, MK. We met him from some club. Was
We
it
met
Mission?
him from Mission. We met him from Mission.
Okay, and then like after missions, like we
Yeah.
just hung
He was
out,
like, you guys want to go
got
get
us some
pizza?
pizza, and then
Yeah.
like, in the pizza place, a bird was flying around, so I was like scared about that too, because I'm just like, I don't
Yeah.
want that bird around me. You know what I mean?
But it was really good conversation. And like he
I
wasn't,
think I still have his number too.
you do. We should
Yeah,
be like, you want to hang out? Or you know anything going down? But he was very
I
interesting.
I'm thinking
So,
about
like,
everyone else's like people that we met along the way.
I
Something
still
fun.
follow a lot of those girls. Like,
Damn, they look at my stuff too.
and they watch my stories too. Like
Exactly.
so I'm just kind of like, let me know when you're in New York, girly. Or like I feel like we should post when we're going and see if like other people are there or whatever.
Right.
Cause like I remember there was one time we went and we met these two black girls there. And
I
Mar-
have them
and
too.
we had great conversation with them when we were leaving too. Um Gave us a lot of tips about Maru the first time we were there too.
We met so many girls who were just like, especially at Maru, it was like we met this one girl at first, right?
Mhm.
And then she couldn't find her friends or whatever. I think that was the first case. And we are just like with her and like, and I think afterwards she found her friends. And then the second time we met another girl who said she was like her friends, they were coming or whatever, but that entire thing she told us was a lie. She just came by herself to like experience it from herself, right?
Mhm.
It's okay, whatever, right? And so most of the people, they think that we live in New York, but we don't. Which is a sad part. They always like hit us up the next day. And it's
Like,
should we
see you
do this
tomorrow
tomorrow?
or
It's like,
next
oh,
weekend.
exactly. It's like, this is our last day. Oh, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
But I
It's
really
like we
go
want to
for
do something different. You know what I mean?
yeah. I really want
She
to go
also moved
for
to New
longer
York as
time.
well.
Huh?
She was new to New York as well.
Yeah, I think
Like
so.
California.
Yeah. But this time around we're gonna go for a longer time.
Oh,
To have a lot more of like also we can spread out our activities a bit more and not feel like
right.
rush everything. Um, but yeah, no, I really want to go back to the one place that we stayed at because like I just liked the size of the room. Like it was like a little bit more space and
Talking
like
about the road, right?
yeah.
We can even look at right now. We'll
Yeah,
look at afterwards when we're done.
yeah. But I'm really excited and like
I already have things like I'm gonna be talking to everyone, like Susanna, then planning things. I'm not telling you obviously, but I have like ideas in my head of things I want to do,
you know, I think also it's like I think everyone's very open to different things of like specifically like a day dedicated to like shopping and like thrifting and like looking at vintage stuff. And then
Right.
a day dedicated to maybe like museums and art because that's a huge part of New York as well.
That is true.
I feel like we've done most of the time that we've been there is
I
like
know I want to see a fashion museum. I don't know which one yet, but I know they have a couple of fashion museums there that I want to like probably check out too.
yeah. And like another day we can just
No,
like have
there's a museum that I
a foodie
see.
experience or whatever. Um
Exactly. Or even like a beach one too. You can go to like a
yeah,
beach.
because like Coney Island is also at in New York.
Mm-hmm.
And I love
My freaking t- uh team member, she was telling me about like all these other islands, like all these other beaches and things like
yeah,
that. I'm just like, okay, she lives in New York, so it's like take her advice and just go to these beaches and things like that.
you know,
So, but yeah, we can
I'm
do
really
that as well
excited.
for a day. But
Um,
we take hopefully we vlog this. Hopefully we capture
yeah,
this moment. Like sometimes we just live in the moment. Sometimes you know what I mean.
that is
Like,
true.
so it's like
And
we
I
just
think that
forget to like document it. We live in the moment too
yeah, like I think we'll have like different, but like this time around, I also kind of want more like pictures and stuff.
much, right?
Actually, have pictures to just have of the experience because I feel like a lot of them is like oh, oh
This one at least. This one.
card.
I don't want to think about it right now, but yeah, just pictures and whatnot. We have to take pictures. That's one thing. We're taking pictures.
Yeah.
You have to like literally plan time for that because like we always forget to.
Yeah, and like we kind of rush it in the hotel or like wherever
Exactly.
when we could actually take like solid ones. Like even the hotel that we were at,
It was pretty nice. Like we could have taken pictures
was
like
nice. There were places you could take, even like I wish the lighting, like maybe we need like a one of those light thingies.
we have flash too as well.
Yeah, that's true. I
I
feel
think
like
we're doing digital,
there's also a lot of different
but
like
I know what you're talking about. Those.
yeah,
Like
an
kind of what
actual
I'm using
light
right
with
now.
that.
Like I could
And
like
like,
bring that.
hmm?
But I can like literally like bring this thing I'm using for like so I get light on me right now.
Yeah.
It's
It's
like
like
use it.
that might also help with pictures. And
Mm-hmm.
like
It does. If I'm trying to take a picture right now, it's like pretty.
and get some of like daytime pictures too. But I'm really excited because like literally from the moment we get there, there's a sense of like I'm at home. Like I feel really good whenever I go to New York. And it was so funny because today I was telling my mom about it because I'm like, I need to keep her in the loop with all of this.
Right.
But she was like, what? Why do you guys always go to New York? Why not California? And I was like, soon. Like
I don't because sometimes California is just not like
East Coast is definitely
there's so much in California. You know what I mean? We're just like
right. Like where
it's like exactly. We haven't like done much enough research for California to know where it's like. I was telling my friend, I think my team member was like, you can literally like in New York, literally like for California to like do much more planning. You know what I mean? It'd be pretty
yeah.
like what you want to do. But it's like we know like in these little neighborhoods or whatever, like, okay, we know if we go to Brooklyn, we can do something there. Like, we don't know what it is, but we can do something there. If we go to like, like Manhattan, something there, Times Square, something there. You know what I mean? So we know like in these little areas that like we can do things there and are all pretty close in range too. Whereas like I feel like in California, things are kind of like more spread out as well, right?
Right.
So it's like we just don't know what's around there, because it's like it's a bigger city. it's a bigger. So it's like if we're like in Los Angeles, and maybe we'll have like more things to do, but like it's also pretty huge in itself too, right? I
Right.
wouldn't say it's like even like as condensed as New York, where it's just like, where so you can find like a little group anywhere, you know what I mean? It's like pockets of people anywhere, where it's like this person might be here, then it's like the next group, whatever, might be like 30 minutes out, and it's like more of a planning type of a trip for
Yeah.
there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you definitely have to go there with a bit more structure.
Right, where it's like you
New
don't have to
York,
do
like we've literally booked going to New York
we don't even like we
secretly.
know where we want to go for like the night or whatever, but it's like during the day it's like we just like we kind of like
We
wake up and
explore.
decide and we're
Yeah.
doing. Sometimes like the last time we went there, right? There was like a market on the street. We just like decided to just like go through that,
Yeah.
like on
And
our
it
way
was
to our
like right
destination.
there. It was right.
Exactly. It was literally like outside. So it's like let's just do that.
And it was also like fun to see the different stalls, and you could get food. Like there were different like cultures and clothing items that you could get and stuff. And so it's just like one of those things where like you definitely can structure it, and like um I've seen a lot of other YouTubers do like, oh, we're going to this place and then we're doing this, and like structure it that way through like your reservations, right?
Right.
But at the same time, I feel like New York is one of those things where like you can find good spots in a lot of different places. You kind
Right.
of have to experience it or like pass by something, and like TikTok recommendations for like looking at food and stuff. I think we can definitely look into some of them, especially because we're going for a longer period of time now. We can look into those and like pick out places that we want to go.
Exactly. Like we could have like a dinner and
Yeah,
whatnot, like a dinner before going out.
yeah. Because like that's another thing is like before going out, I feel like I tend to not have actual meals.
Also, we don't get to like experience it as much, like the food there.
At
Like,
this
we have yet to even have like a New York pizza. You know what I mean?
right, and that's like
Well,
what
we did kind of.
we did, but we didn't really like plan on it. It was like,
Exactly.
but it
It
was
was
still
okay. We
really
did
good vibes. Like 10 out of 10
like a
for me.
bacon, egg, and cheese. We haven't experienced that
Yeah,
yet.
and also it's
What's
because
like a
we
random
woke up-
bodega?
yeah, we would wake up at like a different time the next day
Mhm.
just because we were out late. But like definitely structuring our nights and stuff a
Right.
little.
I think for sure, like the nights for sure has to be structured because it's like we want to like make it last too. We don't have like a boring night. And it's like and like not saying like things are pretty far away, but it's like depending on like the location that you're in. You know what I mean? Like if you're in Brooklyn, you might as well just stay in Brooklyn. You're not gonna go all the way downtown. You know what I mean? Because like
Right.
one could
It's
be
a trek.
expensive. You don't want to be on a train late at night that during that time either.
Yeah.
Like you have to like you have to trust your night out for sure. You know what I mean? It's kind of
Yeah.
like you have to like decide on like what location we're at. You know what I mean? Like if we're gonna be like down the what's it called? The meatpacking district. There's like plenty of
Yeah.
like restaurants that turn into club there. So it's like you can kind of like walk and like move like bar hop in that area. Same thing with like Cape Town, right? We're in Cape Town, we can kind of bar hop in these areas too. Brooklyn could be the same thing for Brooklyn too. It's like we kind of we plan it by location and like where we're at, but it's like specifically like nights and like we don't like plan like where we want to like specifically go. You know what I mean? It's like we can go to
Yeah.
like these things here and there. It's like we just plan like if we're going to Brooklyn, we're gonna be in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? Because like all these other things are near each other and whatnot, right? But we're excited. I'm trying excited to try like other things, other clubs and whatnot, like
Yeah.
dance social, like all these other things.
Marquee. That also is
Exactly.
a top one that a lot of people like too. But it's like we'll have multiple nights where it's not like I feel like we've tend to also had to like pick a place. Like it's
Mhm.
been one or the other. Or we always keep Morrow in the back of our head because it's like, okay,
Because we
this
know we'll have a good time.
yeah. So it's
Like
like
when we were
even
in
if
the
we don't
line,
like
like
this place,
turning
we're
up
just gonna go
in the
there.
bathrooms, like the last time it was, I think it was like for my birthday, or not, I can't remember. Or we had like people giving us free drinks
Oh
too,
yeah, this
pouring
guy
it in our
literally
mouth,
poured it down straight down
poured
our
it in our mouth. It's
and
just
like
like
I remember it started trickling down because I was like, okay, I'm done. Like, but it's another thing is also like New York, I feel like people are just a bit more social, like
social,
because
basically.
because it's a city that is social, like people be just connecting with everyone.
Exactly.
I feel like girls are also not as like standoffish, at
They're
least from
not.
my
Because
experiences.
you're
Where
all beautiful as hell for one thing too.
yeah, like and so like even I think it was our last night in at Maru, like this one girl was like, she was like really, really nice to me. And I was like, oh, like, hey. And she was like, are you a model? Are you this? And I was like,
Was
oh
this at LeBay?
no, this was at Maru.
I don't remember. Where was I? Oh,
He was
I was probably sitting down. I do that a lot because
my part too.
I was
Like
wearing
I
comfortable
remember,
shoes. That's the thing. Like you have to wear comfortable shoes. So it's like I have to like try to find like cute shoes that I can wear. Because it's like some of these things will probably like I'll take that's my goal. It's like taking pictures with the heels on. Like, like to get that. Like I want the heels for the photo and whatnot, right? And then like when we're going out, like I just wear something comfortable. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, I'll be good with
That
that.
and I realized like we're
I'm
like
like, damn.
yeah, no, yeah, exactly. We're active people when we go out. Like we love to like have a good time to
Right.
like till
Oh,
we're
give me
leaving,
a
right?
second. That's what I got last night.
Oh, I feel like I know what this is. Yeah, yeah. Save that for our little trip.
I don't touch it. I don't know. I kind of like want to build up a whole alcohol collection. Like
We
just buying
literally
alcohol
did
like
that.
randomly. So it's like
Remember?
we did. Remember, that
Yeah.
was also the other struggle of going there too. Because I remember what
That
was
was literally the reason why we were late.
what was happening. Like what was the because I
I'll,
was meeting
I'll
you.
remind you after because I don't want to say it right now. But yeah, it literally was the reason why we were late.
It's like how did I end up there
End up where?
at the ABC store? Remember I was like on the phone with you, just like
Oh,
going places, and that's
you
when
were going to, I think we were picking you up, or you were taking an Uber down here. I remember. You went to, no, you were at Springfield, and then you took the bus to the ABC store, and then you were like, oh, I'm gonna get food. Do you remember this?
no, I don't like I remember like getting there, but it's like I don't know how like what the communication was. Like I remember like I think you and your mom were gonna pick me up, but like something happened in between where
Yeah.
like you guys couldn't
Where
do
we,
it
yeah, we
anymore.
couldn't get you anymore.
I
Because
think I think I did take the bus somewhere,
yeah,
which is
you
crazy
took
because
the
it's
train
like
all the way to Springfield, and then you're like, I'm gonna take the like you're like for us to have something, I'll take the bus.
oh
Yeah.
no, yeah, I took the bus at Springfield. I remember I was like I looked up, I was just like, oh, nearest something store, right? I think it was like towards somewhere. I think like you guys would take you guys weren't there because I think you guys were doing something beforehand, right? It took you guys a little bit longer too, as well, right?
Oh, and this was we were no, this was for a different outing. Do you remember this? We had a
This
whole
is for
different.
the spontaneous one. This was for the birthday. This one was from the birthday one. We almost didn't go.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
know.
this is for the one in June that we went to like randomly that one
Yeah,
time.
no, I okay. I remember that. Yeah, you went to the ABC store. No, wait.
No, it's the
Were you
same.
able to find it? Because like I remember this might have been two different occasions then because I remember we went to the ABC store again another time, but that might have been for a completely different
No,
thing.
this must have been because like okay, what trip was it where we always missed our bus?
That was
Oh,
your
that was that one.
okay, yeah.
So like, that was just the next day. Cause I'm confusing it where it's like I'm thinking it's the exact same day, but this was the next day. It was
Okay.
like the morning time we were actually getting ready. So I remember I remember like having that the soju and stuff on the table and we tried the fresh one and it wasn't good.
Yeah, we already
So
had
that was like the day before. Like, I remember that time you and your mom was supposed to come and pick me up, I believe, but
yeah,
couldn't. I think we were doing something, right? I think it's because of Esther.
maybe. But I was home. I remember I was home, but my mom wasn't home.
Yeah, because she was out. I think it was like at
Yeah.
a
Yeah, she
that
was at a birthday
carnival,
party with her, I
yeah,
think.
something like that, right? So I remember, okay, because I'm, it's like all these events, it's like things are just happening, just like
It
this
brought
really
us
happened
together
too,
because
you
we
know?
had similar trips going there, but different occasions. Because like there was the trip that we went. Because I'm like we've been to New York 3 times, right?
We must have, because I'm just like there was a trip where we were supposed to be there together
Yeah.
and take the Uber, but we couldn't take we couldn't take the bus together because you ran off.
Oh yeah. No,
What was that
that's
trip
a
though?
whole different trip.
Because that wasn't the whole soju one. Because I remember I took the train, I
Yeah.
took the bus to somewhere, and
Yeah, and
that got me
my
off. And
house.
that's why I was trying to look for like I looked there was like a wine store, but it was like they didn't have
Yeah.
soju. And I was like, okay, I searched up ABC store. And I was walking to that ABC store, and I ended up at Popeyes, and that's when it's like I got the Uber, or whatever. I think you got the Uber for me, whatever. And that's when I headed home to you. So I made my destination towards you. But there was another trip as well where we were together at one point, and I remember I couldn't be there. Like that's when we ended up at the train station
Yeah.
at your bus
Yeah,
station.
3 different times.
But what trip was that?
Which one? That you did the ABC store?
Not that one. The one where you went on the bus, like, and
That was, I think, the very last time we went to New York.
for the birthday one.
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. I'm just like, there's a lot. I just can't remember it.
Yeah, no. I like, and I think it's also because like 2 of them happened pretty close together, like summer. So that's probably why they feel like they were the same, but they
Right, but they were
very
different
times, yeah. But
Yeah. We're gonna build this alcohol collection, and it's like, I'm just gonna randomly just like collect alcohol, so it's like we don't have to do it later on. You know what I mean? So I'll just like buy some shooters whenever I feel like it, just here and there.
and then
Wine here and there maybe.
the hypnotic shooters, I think from our last podcast episode, I don't know what the heck is in that.
It was good. It was good though. Like it was like that. It was smooth on the throat. Where it's like even when you swallowed it, it wasn't like you know what I mean. Like it didn't shock you. It was kind of like okay. It's like but it was like it was fine. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
didn't feel like it was like a type of moment. It was
it
like
might
a
have been. I
okay.
feel
We're
yeah,
fine.
I feel like it might have been if we hadn't drank anything prior to. Um,
That is true as well.
but yeah, I think soju. I don't know which flavors we had.
Anything but fresh or
Yeah.
original, whatever that was.
I don't know.
It
Did
was
we
fresh.
taste it with anything? I don't
We
remember.
did. It was just like we just took shots.
Oh, okay.
I
That
think there was
I feel
probably
like that was personally that's the best alcohol that I've had where I just don't I
it's like juice. It's like flavored
yeah.
juice. But I think I might do some hard tequila. You know what I mean? To like keep it in my system.
Oh yeah, no.
But I know that I like tequila. You know what I mean? It's like I
Mhm.
like tequila. I probably want to experiment more with more tequila. So maybe one day I'll even try like the 818. It's like at my freaking liquor store here sometime. Try 818 by some Casamigos at some point. You know what I mean?
Right. Because I feel like tequila
So we're gonna need big bottles. We're gonna be there for a very long time.
yeah, I would say, and also we're going with a bigger group. So
Right.
it's definitely gonna be I know Mina comes stacked, so Mina's gonna bring her own stash.
Exactly.
I think it'll definitely be nice too, because it'll be great for all of us to kind of like have our accumulate
Have
stuff.
some chasers too, some Red Bull as
Yeah.
well.
Red Bull is really good. And also like
Well, maybe not Red Bull. Red Bull gives you because I want to like have like a bloated stomach.
that's kind of
We'll take some L-glutamine
like
beforehand. I'll bring some of that.
yeah.
I'll bring some of my L-glutamine.
Oh, this one girl, I'll try and find the video. She said if you put the Mios, that thingy, it like takes away, I forget what it was, but it like makes it better, like with the Red Bull in it.
Oh wow.
I'll find the video, but it's like she literally takes it with her in the club. Like she'll put it in her drink.
We gotta try that then.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you when you were trying to like
Olive oil.
Yeah. Ugh.
I think for me, it's knowing my limit and pacing myself because I just be glug. Like, no, take your time.
We're gonna have fun. Like I'm trying to reach the level of funness, kind of like level of like drunkenness in a way. How it was for Halloween night.
Oh my gosh.
I was out of it. I was out of it.
You were like gone.
I was out of it. Like as soon as
when I say the wind, you were gone to the wind, and
as soon as imagine like
hilarious
that night,
cracking jokes.
That night, I don't remember anything of it. Like I don't like I have like little glimpses in my head of like what I think happened, but like for me to tell you like what happened from A to Z, I can't tell you that. You know what I mean? I cannot tell you that, whatever. But like literally, as soon as like the alcohol portion, like I guess like wore off, right? It was like edible, and that was in me the entire night. I was just like white girl dancing the waves. Like I'm just like Jesus, I'm just like oh my gosh, we had fun. We had fun.
We did have fun. Oh my gosh.
It's been so long. That's
I realized I was having a little too fun when I was about to lose my ID. I was like, whoa.
I don't remember. I didn't remember that. I don't remember that.
Really?
I don't remember that.
That's actually hilarious.
When did you lose ID?
When we were about
to
when we were leaving Decades and going to our next place, I literally dropped it on the floor. I mean,
No,
it was,
I don't remember that.
I was like, whoa, this was
I,
cautious timing. But, I think for sure, I'm realizing I also like tequila a lot more. Like, it's better overall experience. And also, like,
I was trying to learn tequila too, so it's like we should get the ones that says like 100% blue agave. Like
yeah,
anything else is just not it. So it's like 100% blue agave. So that's what it's like Casamigos or anything like that. This is just one called like Espone, something like that. That one they said like do not take down. So it's like I'm gonna try to like get a lot of things. I'm trying to build this alcohol collection. I'm not an alcoholic, but just having alcohol with me is seems fun. Because I already have a bottle. Just like why not just add more to it?
right. I'm very excited about New York Part Cuatro. That's gonna be a fun time. Part four. Like, and also I feel like we have a better grips on like New York as a whole and like what to do, what not to do.
Right.
We've accumulated those. Um, but yeah. And like, I don't know, it's always a fun time there. And like I'm excited about the outfits. I feel like everyone's just gonna look so fucking
Bro, it looks so
good.
fucking. I've been doing research every. I've been trying to find the most rarest things ever, bruh. Or just like cute things that no one has. You know what I mean? Like I've
Yeah.
been doing like that, like some deep dives on the internet. You know what I mean? It's like up late at night, just throwing away.
I'm like, I feel like also it's like the stuff that I do want to get, I'm like, it's just up my alley. Like I feel like it'll look really good. And I found this one, I'll show you after, but I found this one top and skirt combo that I'm like, I would eat this up. Like it would just look really good. But I don't know what else to say, but yeah.
We just like we can just cut that part out. But
We'll
yes,
see you next week, girls.
see you next week. This was just the podcast of
Yeah,
just a filler podcast. Just like
we'll catch up.
exactly a little catch up, a little update of things we've been going on. Because sometimes you're just not in the mood to just like talk about any like certain things. You know what I mean? And it's like just
Yeah.
sometimes like we wanted to talk at the same time too. But yeah. We'll catch up next week. Bring like, probably talk about either dating, being a middle child or something like that. You'll respect
Yeah.
something. So, but yes, we'll see you later.
Bye.